Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. So today is a very special reunion 2020 episode, and what is that? That's when I bring on a guest that I had on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him back again. I couldn't get enough. So today's guest is Miha Matlievski, who is a business mentor, advisor to entrepreneurs over at Miha Matlievski, better known as Fail Coach or failcoach.com or fail.coach. Miha, welcome back to the show.
Well, hi, Adam. It's a pleasure to be back again.
So I remember our first interview still clear as day, and I was like, man, somebody that calls himself the fail coach. I was like, this guy is something special. Like, who says that? Who does that? And after hearing your backstory, so everybody that's listening, by the way, if you didn't catch that first episode, I highly recommend going back to listen to it to see what to set the groundwork for what we're going to talk about today. But that being said, let's just jump right in, Miha. You know, we don't waste time. Let's get into your new group. So Leverage of Trust Group. Let's talk about that. So how'd that come about?
Well, it was December, and you know how December is: holidays, gift giving, and a lot of people are, just struggling with the money. And now in January, after the December, it's also a hard time. And a lot of entrepreneurs were reaching out to me and they were asking me, this is literally how they say it, Miha, do you know of any technique that I can use to get some oxygen money? I really need a little something so that I can breathe through this month or two. And I remembered a technique that I actually use all the time. So for me, it's like a permanent thing, but I often used it in the past, with all my failures and bankruptcies and all of that. Often I was struggling for money to make weeks meet, to make ends meet. And I call it the leverage of trust. So the thing is very simple. Whenever we buy something, we go through this journey that's known as know, like, trust. So if I try to find new people that will buy something from me, I have to take them on that journey. And the higher the price point of what I'm selling, the longer the journey usually has to be, all the way to the point where they have enough trust to give me the credit card. What we can do to speed up the process is use the leverage of trust. So we just go back to our networks and our contacts and we make a list. I had people saying like, oh my God, I made a Facebook challenge a year ago. And at that time, I didn't have an offer that I have now. I can go back to those people and reintroduce them to the new offer. And one lady made a few $1,000s just by doing that in like 10 days' time. Another person said, sure, I have a few people that I have forgotten about in my network. Let's reach out to them. And they reached out, and one lady again, another lady, she made $19K just with one client selling her own services. And then leverage of trust can also be used in a different way. So this was the direct way, but there's also an indirect way where we leverage our network's network. So, let's say you and I, we have trust, and I call you up, and you have a lot of other entrepreneurs in your network. We have a chat, and we figure out that you're not selling them services that are the same as mine, but you have those entrepreneurs in your network. And if you introduce to your network, I'll give you a referral fee. So we had quite a few people earn some good referral fees, either by utilizing somebody from their network to connect them to somebody, or by just helping two entrepreneurs connect. Let's say, maybe you're starting a new business and you need a copywriter. And, we have a chat. You tell me about your needs, and I connect you with somebody I know who's a good copywriter. I helped you. I helped that guy. And that guy says, well, Miha, that was super nice. I would love to thank you by giving you, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20% referral fee. So altogether, about 20 people joined the mastermind in the beginning, which was about a month ago, and they made in about 2 weeks' time, they made roughly around $34,000 in just about 2 weeks' time. So amazing. And I just decided to keep this group or this mastermind as an ongoing thing because there's plenty of entrepreneurs out there and people who are struggling for some oxygen money. And I guide them not just through the technique, but also how to set up a CRM, how to do proper outreach, how do you warm up a connection, which is, from 2 years ago and so on. So how do you do all of that in a good, proper way? How do you ask for a referral fee and so on and so on? So I regularly do live Q&As and all of that in the group. And of course, I would love a free group. Anybody can join if they're on Facebook. And I would love to invite your audience, if they need some oxygen money, to just go to facebook.com/groups/the leverage of trust.
Man, that's exciting, and I love what you're doing to connect entrepreneurs. And you do that. You've done that in the past as fail coach and all of the calls you were doing there, and it just blows my mind how you just continue to find new ways to add value and to kind of teach people what you've learned and gone through a whole lot to get to where you're at in doing this. So that being said, I love the group. I love the thought process. It makes so much sense. So what's next for it? So what do you plan on doing with the group? You just continue to plan adding people to the group and kind of letting it grow organically, or what's your long-term vision for this, if there is any long-term vision for it?
Yeah. I mean, what we've seen in this past month is that a lot of people in the group, through the interactions, the live calls, the Zoom calls, they connect with each other as well. And there's now already some networking happening and some referral fees going within the group members. So yeah, they said, I asked them, like, do you think we should keep this group or just close it? And they all said, like, no, like, leave the group, let's add more people. And so it's steadily growing organically. We actually plan to do some Facebook ad campaign as well to grow it even further and just, walk people through all the struggles that they have. I see that the biggest one so far is either how to do the techie stuff, so how to set up a system so that this leverage of trust can be used on an ongoing basis just when you need it. And then the second thing, I think it's even a bigger struggle, is people, when they try to reach out, even to people of trust, they are way too much in their head, and they bang their head to the wall, like, how do I say this properly? How do I do this? How do I do that? And it's really me helping them and guiding them how to just be a human being, how to connect from the heart without an agenda, really by, with that position of giving. I'm just here to support you and to help you. If I can connect you with somebody and I make a win-win for them, and that the money that you receive in the process is just there because you did something good. So you don't come to the call or to a chat with your own agenda. That's super important because otherwise it's not authentic. And so a lot of people struggle with that, and so we are doing a lot of masterminding and brainstorming on that specific problem, and a lot of them are having huge breakthroughs. When we simplify things and really show them through my own personal examples, and I share all of that with the group, how to do it in a way that is like completely natural, just the way you would, you are walking down the street and somebody you haven't seen in a while, maybe, I don't know, you haven't seen them from high school. How would you, go to them, shake hands, and just warm up the relationship again? It's really as easy as that. But yes, it's easier said than done. So I'm really, really trying to help them and handhold them through that process as best as I can.
And that's really exciting. So let's leave the contact information there again. So if somebody wants to get more information on it, where's the group? How do they find it? Let's give them that again.
Well, the easiest way, facebook.com/groups/the leverage of trust.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Miha, always great catching up with you. Really appreciate you coming back on the show. Always great things every time we talk about you helping entrepreneurs really achieve and succeed in their goals. So definitely a heart of gold on that one, and great to have you back on. And to the audience, as always, appreciate you tuning in. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. Don't forget, go check it out, Leverage of Trust over on Facebook. So just type that in and definitely join that group. And if you got a lot of value out of this, by the way, don't forget to subscribe. Now we're subscribed on iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. But we're on YouTube now, so we all the audio is being uploaded to YouTube for the YouTube listeners out there. So give that a subscribe. And Miha, thanks again for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Adam, thank you again for inviting me back, and it's always a pleasure to chat with you.